Hello everybody and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. My name is Kieran aka AciaranB, and when we last left off, well, we investigated our good friend's murder. It was a long time coming, honestly. I wanted him to be the first to die in the Danganronpa series, but he turned out to be, well, he survived the first game. And now we have this. If you ever want to cut the Tron 2, that would be a perfect spot. Okay, good to know, good to know. So, now it's time for our first class trial of this game. And according to a certain bird in my chat, who is on fire, apparently this is going to be fairly complicated as class trials go. So, yeah, let's get into it. The ultimate affluent progeny, Baka Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, please. Alright, so, in the last episode I did go through the e-handbook, so I don't think I need to do that again. I could change the difficulty, but I think I have it set to normal, so I think I'm alright with that. Do I have any skills yet? No, not a one. Okay, fair enough. Let's go. In the previous one. Yeah, he's like a, I don't know. He's just a better character. Like, he's a nicer character. More proactive. Really cool. At least you don't have to give him a rare gem for him to talk with you. It's true. Yeah, all you have to do is give him some food. He'll open right up. Okay. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Let's do this thing. Wait. Hang on. Hang on. Everybody hold on. Firewall has something to say. Everybody. Wait. Firewall. 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 I think Firewall may have left. I think Firewall is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Rest in peace, Firewall. We hardly knew ye. Dude, this is supposed to be entertaining. Okay, Firewall's dead. I'm calling it now. I forgot you didn't buy any skills yet. Yeah, I don't have any skills yet. I am aware. Okay, let's go. Let's try.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Why is she tied up?
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course.
Talk about prejudice.
That much?
Now, begin!
He's prejudiced against
You're
rabbits.
telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Yeah,
Are
Battle
you
Royale,
even
why
listening
not?
to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you
what
being
you're
the
really
only
trying to
person
say is
who
that you're
isn't
not
there.
the killer, right?
Are you happy you're back? I'm very happy to be back
No shit.
with this.
You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Baka's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So, the class trial is finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my irritating rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle, then fire with the... Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Take a sip of water every time they say under the table. No thanks, I don't particularly want to drown today. Okay, grab some floorboard, knife, and bloodstain.
Why was
It's a knife.
Byakuya's body in a place like that?
Oh, it doesn't have the squares on the
His
right
body
now.
was underneath the
That
table
sucks.
at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Might be that actually.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
Yep. Okay. What you just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Yep,
Why
I
was
got this.
Byakuya's body in a place
And I have a
like
fast
His body
forward.
was underneath at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Oh shit, he wears tough.
No,
Okay.
I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table.
They had a couple of new mechanics, but they aren't hard.
Though there
Okay.
was a lot of blood
Good to know.
everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
Bloody hell.
But if the killer didn't move
Did
the
Junko have a
body,
baby or
why
something?
was it under
Is
the
that
table?
is that who she is? She's literally Junko's
Byakuya
child.
was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Isn't that what you just said?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons
Jeez.
unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
Was that like 500
That does
tables in
make
a row?
sense, but Why did he go under the table?
Let's say it was, and let's count this as 6.
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise
Okay,
us.
6 in a
That
row.
dude was always a
Jeez.
big jokester.
Really, he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Reason Baka dove under the table. If it's connected to what Baka was doing during the party, then it's probably...
I can prove it with this.
the knife.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
Actually, that's a good question. What does glow-in-the-dark paint look like when you wear night vision goggles? I have no idea. That'd be an interesting thing to find out.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then,
700
instead of
tables in
knowing
like
about
3
it
minutes.
beforehand,
Drinking
maybe he
and
saw it right at that
the high
moment.
ground, General Kenobi.
like, for
Yeah.
example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the RB button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Thank you, tutorial lady. Knife, bloodstain, gap. Whoa, that's actually a lot. AC, night vision, knife. Okay.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
Okay.
That sounds correct.
Wow, only 5 minutes? Jeez. That would be
If
12 in
that's
the last
case,
game.
During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer.
Okay. There's that. Yep.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table.
During the blackout.
Wait.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer.
But it was super pitch. It was so dark I couldn't. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong.
The tutorial is just so much better written this time around. Yeah, it seems to be better written.
Byakuya was probably
Better
the
paced
only
anyway.
one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So,
Much more difficult than
are
the
you
previous
saying
game.
Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, it seems a little bit.
Yeah,
It seems
that
more
seems to be the
complicated.
case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Ooh. Well, that's a new one.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Hmm.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Are you on mean difficulty? No, I am not. I am on the medium difficulty, I think. Yeah, I think so. Were you surprised by Mihiro's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots and argue against them. Oh, is this the rhythm game? Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. Okay, I have to explain this. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very vague. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the Y button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth bullet, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. So talking, you have to literally cut the arguments. Then a line with a yellow spot will appear and you have to contradict it with the correct bullet. Okay. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change of feeling is important? If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. The knife. The irons in storage room. Probably
If
during
you
the
just
case.
use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down.
Okay. Ow. Just a little bit more and I can
If you
drive.
just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Oh.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Wait, I found a hole in your arguments. I'm sure Baka brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh shit, no, I pressed the wrong one.
Damn
But
it.
it was you contradicted with the right sword. Yeah.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Break.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Indeed. Very interestingly shaped.
Which
too.
means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
Lovely, mate.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Assume is clever language. I like Ibuki. Damn, is she thick. She's thick as 2 planks of wood. Thanks, Firewall. I've been smoking the exhaust fumes and I've reached enlightenment.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
So don't get so uppity
Was
next
that
time.
knife inside the case too?
Biatch.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird. aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
Honestly, I agree with her. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. I think you're tasting too much exhaust fume, mate. Shut up, Buddha. Nobody asked you, mate. I'll get James to stick a Land Rover on your knee. Never seen that, duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring
It's
a
only-
self-defense kit,
It's
but he
only
had night
paranoia
vision
if
goggles
nobody's out
inside
to
the
get
case
you.
too.
If somebody is out to get you, then it's reasonable caution. I have petroleum in my kneecaps, mate. You wasting money, chap.
That's true. He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
Wow, Nagito.
You
You
think
really
so too?
think so?
Right, Hajime?
That's right. Baka probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Should be fairly low down. There you go. Boom, baby.
I can prove it with this!
Same discussion we had like 40 minutes ago. Yep, pretty much.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Yes. Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
No cavity
Hajime and
searches.
I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
Yeah, this is literally just a conversation we had in
You
his
should have told us you received a threatening letter.
And once, yeah, this is the exact same
If we had,
conversation.
we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously,
Sorry, big brain
the
that part out.
killer.
The killer. The killer! No! Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us! Who's the one who killed Baka?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
That was the weirdest. That was. Why was it written like that? That was the weirdest way to write that sentence I could possibly imagine. What? Among us. Who's the one who killed Baka? Why? Who's the one among us who killed Baka? Jeez. Among us killed Baka. Yeah, it was an alien in disguise. Run!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Feel free to screenshot. Someone in this room killed Baka. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
Yeah.
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
Oh, that's
You're
the...
right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
That's the relevance of the lamp and the cord. Somebody was able to just hold onto the cord and follow it to the table. Got it. Right. All right. And by someone, I mean Nikita, but okay.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Okay, well the answer here is glowing paint, but it's also wrong. Okay. Weird. Baka died before he could even play Among Us VR.
With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark.
Is there Among Us VR? Ah, there probably is. Yeah. That'd be honestly pretty cool.
In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that
VR chat has an Among Us world.
the
Ah,
killer
cool.
painted
Hey,
them in
Jade.
advance?
Welcome back to the
But
stream.
painting them with glowing paint?
Thanks for joining.
It's as if they knew the
Glad to
blackout was
see you
going
here.
to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Just got home from work. Yo.
Which means it was you!
On a Saturday?
Peko
Really?
Pekoyama?
Peko killed poor Byakuya! Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
Oh, it got announced at the Game Awards. Ah, cool.
But with Pecco's height, I don't think
Work
she'd be able
Saturdays
to
and
reach
then
the circuit breaker
college
in the
during
office.
weekdays, I guess.
I don't care about a
You said that you were in
technicality like
college,
that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Jeez, this went to hell in a handbasket real quick. By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pekka was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this, After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. I was actually forewarned about this. Oh shit. Nekomaru's Terrors or Chiakis. Okay, this is a good opportunity. So, Nekomaru... Not Ibuki's. It was Terrors. Gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. Chiaki's Sanigaro said Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. Or Nekomaru's. He kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. Nekomaru's, Chiaki's, and Terrors. Who else, wasn't it? Terrors. Nekomaru's, Chiaki's.
She could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is
Oh,
it
I know whose.
impossible?
I know whose it is.
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Alright.
Oh, you weren't in the office?
Whenever translator.
That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Yeah. You know, you actually warned me about that firewall in the last game. In Danganronpa 1. You mentioned that in this one I'd have to agree with people.
Since Pekko was in the office, she could have caused the black...
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
Oh,
I agree with that.
Wait. Did that work or...
No, I think Pekko is telling the truth.
Oh.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pekko.
Well, yes, but really
It's
no.
nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pekko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all. It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Ah,
Everyone else besides Pekko was in the dining hall after the party started,
I
right?
see.
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pekko.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
She is a
There's no way
lady.
she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
Yeah.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
The answer is shit.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
Oh, well, I have a better question.
I'm sorry.
Were you not taught to tell the truth? Especially when people, you know, died around you and you need an alibi to say that, you know, you weren't the one who killed them. Maybe you should, like, be honest about where you were. Maybe. Instead of just being vague and sweating. Jeez. But girls don't shit, clearly. Obviously, yes, that is also true. Yeah. That is true. She was just applying her makeup for a very long time. Yeah. Obviously.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about
Yes,
this
make
and
'em.
move on
Yes.
to something else?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Thanks, Nekomaru.
it's fine. But still, you were in the
Oh, the
bathroom for a
Gatmoy,
really long
ladies and gentlemen.
time.
The
Did you
Gatmoy.
get food poisoning or something? As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Tara, will you just
Seriously,
piss off?
Stop it.
I mean,
But
if
still,
your alibi is
your
that you took a
stomach
shit,
pain.
I'll cough up.
Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Yep. Oh,
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
she was poisoned.
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
Mr.
If so,
Yakuza
the
is on the
killer
right
could
line.
have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see.
What's
That
with this
might have
game and
happened.
its obsession with toilets? I don't know. The question is whether Pecco's stomach ache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. I haven't seen any laxatives, I don't think. Hey, your argument. Knife, AC timer, night vision goggles, parsing pose. Party dishes? Hang on, night vision? Okay. Huh. What could it be? AC timer, I guess? Yeah, the AC timer. Yeah.
Did you eat anything weird?
The internal rainbow machine.
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
True. Okay. Or if someone intentionally caused it. We need to clarify that first. Okay,
Did
so it's
you
the
eat
first one
anything-
then.
I don't remember eating.
Now that you brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
That,
Taro cooked the food.
I think I just missed that
I
one.
wouldn't do any laxatives.
I
would
don't think
ruin
it
the
was
taste.
wrong. I think it was just a genuine miss.
Did you eat anything?
I don't remember eating.
Now that you brought food to the office, just a little bit from...
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Oh, that was in fact wrong. Talk shit about what I have to say, dumbass.
Crap.
Okay.
Did you
Interesting.
eat anything weird?
Party dishes.
I don't remember eating
night
anything
vision
weird.
goggles. Not night vision goggles, not embarrassing
Now that you
pose.
mention it...
AC timer,
You
knife.
brought food to the office, right?
I guess party dishes?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
In the first 3 Metal Gear games, there's a guy that always survives because he needs to take a monster ship from the massacre.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall.
Man.
Because
That's,
Pekka wasn't
that
the
guy
only
is
one who
lucky.
ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I did wonder if
I
somebody...
apologize for causing a scene.
I did wonder if somebody slipped the laxatives into the plate that she took with her, specifically, but yeah, no. The timer just makes more sense. I can't see Twitch emotes, and the other thing I'm seeing is Rue Derp. Rue Derp. Well, it's a fun emote. You're missing out.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
She is
This
so
bickering.
annoying. I hate her.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Is territory know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Lex's
We
food
already
tastes
know
like
that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
anyway.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. I have an idea. Irons. Oh shit! No.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it?
Hikamaru's.
If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Yeah, it's the
Did
irons.
they throw a stone and hit it?
What? No. What?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There you go.
I agree with that.
Yep. Parasite. Oh, I should have continued to roll them just to see what they said,
Just
but
as
whatever.
Mahiru said, the blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course,
Indeed.
that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
Yeah, not just that
When
though.
you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Jade, why you angry? You angry, Jade? No, be angry. Think happy thought. Well, to be fair, they never mentioned laxatives or set them up, so it would be pretty bullshit if the game all of a sudden goes, "Oh yeah, laxatives. Sorry, mate. Jesus, you made me forgo." Yeah. I mean, it did make sense. It made some sense, but it didn't make full sense. So, yeah. Let's go.
Stupid fool!
Oh, hello. Okay.
Hold on
Oh,
a second,
Jade
let
is
me
even
speak
more
too.
angry.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
All right. What do you got, my dude? AC timer. Probably AC timer. Irons. Storage room tablecloth. Yeah, probably the AC
The
timer.
irons in the storage room caused the blackout. Then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause. If the irons caught, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the irons. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only
The
reason.
people in the dining hall weren't able to cause. If the irons caused the blackout,
Allow me to cut through those words. The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
air conditioners!
Why is he so
The
angry?
timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They
Indubitably.
probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
Why didn't Kazuichi propose that a power surge caused the blackout? Isn't that like Kazuichi's talent? I know he's a mechanic, not an electrician, but still. The answer is obvious. He's been sucking on that exhaust fume a little bit too hard, mate. He's gone to Nirvana to smoke a blunt with his pal Hero and Buddha.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia,
Not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun! Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret.
As long as you kept the case with you in the toilet, it doesn't really matter.
The breaker in time, and maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
Yeah.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
Aren't you a little bundle
It's
of
all
joy?
right. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Wow, if that isn't an edge of bitterness,
There's
I don't
no
know what
way
is.
everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
There's nothing wrong with Nagito.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Yep, pretty much.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Pretty much.
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to
Well,
the
I can
killer.
think of 2 or 3, maybe.
But that might be because
Let's see,
there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this?
We should just murder you and
Instead of
move on?
surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
No, actually.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Yep.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
Wow, if the game didn't just point a giant finger at him.
Each other like this. There's no way
The
that's
amount of times
healthy
these people say
behavior.
Among Us in this game is
Let's
really...
stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is.
Yeah.
I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already!
Was he there the whole time? Dude, Nagito? I think so.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
What about Hope? What happened to
There are
that?
no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong.
Hey! I said I liked Chiaki.
Did you say something?
Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
Yep.
You say?
You know who the
Sorry,
killer
could you
is?
speak up there, Gundam? I didn't quite hear that.
Killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Jackie is so cute. She is. She's really cute. She's adorable. Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The lamp cord.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Yeah, Chiaki's my favorite in this game, 100%. She was already best girl because she's like the ultimate gamer. So she was always going to be best girl. But the fact that she just put a pin in Nagito just there, yeah, Chiaki's great. Love her. Love her. Protect with all I've got. Who the killer is and how they're able to move to the table in the dark. Gamer Among Us, spoken of people. Yep, she played Among Us before. That's clearly shown in this diagram. Yep. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. No. Select a suspicious spot. It would be this lamp.
Here!
Or maybe the cord over there to the right.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
Yep.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Nagito.
Who?
Yeah, who? The only person here who could have possibly done it. Like someone. Foo-foo. Wait, what's going on with the... It's like there's an after image when I move it. That's really weird. Is there a... There is a seat for Baka. Okay. Nagito, hello.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Yep.
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
That hair spike, just like Makoto, it's something every protag has in future
Which
games.
means
Oh, really?
the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito.
That's just a coincidence.
Yeah,
But still,
sure, absolutely.
You had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Becky is best girl. Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even
Nagito
possible?
couldn't be the killer, right?
Could it be?
Why not?
Did you
Because
give
he's
yourself
Makoto in
cleaning duty on
disguise?
purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. Go to the trouble of preparing this. Just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
Okay, I just want to say this. If Nagito turns out to not be the killer, then the speech that he made earlier of just like, we should all just give up, you know? Just accept our fates. It's better to die trusting everybody than to live, blah, blah, blah. Makes him possibly the most contemptible person I have ever heard in my entire damn life. And I would very much want him to die. So there's that. So either he's a murderer, or he is the biggest asshole ever. Because what he was saying was basically, hey, life is just too hard, man. Let's just do a suicide pact together, you know? Like, no. Now, if you're the killer, then you're being a psychopath. So I can understand it. But if you're not the killer and you said shit like that, then I'd bitch slap you. Like, what the hell are you saying? That's ridiculous.
Nagito, say something.
Hi. Hey, there you go. Nagito would be like, Jesus, take the wheel, I guess.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death!
Yeah!
How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
Huh.
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to go this way.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout.
This Nagito might not
After
be right in
all,
the head.
there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone.
Yeah,
Right.
Nagito might
Is it
be a few
just
beans
me,
short of a
or
casserole.
Does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles.
It was me
Because
very
of
all
that,
along.
We had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Huh. So Nagito didn't do it then. Nagito's innocent. Huh. That is interesting. Because the knife is too big. Hang on a sec. Where is it? Truth bullets. Yeah. The knife is too big. What killed Baka was 5 millimeters across. That knife is more than 5 millimeters across. So, it wasn't Nagito. If Nagito says that, well, maybe we need to prove that he did in fact use the poker thing, but yeah, interesting.
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way
What is
someone
that, Emo?
like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than
Wanna just
anyone else
cheer
that
him?
I'm ultimately
I don't know what that is.
worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Wow.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Just like me.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
Lure everybody
I
to
think
that position.
somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds.
That's a lie.
I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Yeah, I didn't believe it for a
Are
moment.
you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Ah.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions. It was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
No.
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
He's the ultimate unlucky student.
I see. Well, there's no way I'd
Or the
expect
ultimate
you to
lucky
remember it.
Lucky student,
A
anyway.
worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent. I believe his talent is ultimate lucky student.
I see!
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
That's interesting.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter.
So hang on a second. Hang on a sec. Sorry, Firewall just said something interesting, but I just had a thought. Oh yeah, so in the first game, Sakura was supposed to be the first killer, but Sayaka actually beat her to the punch, and Monokuma was actually really surprised about that. But I'm wondering if this is the same case, where Nagito is set up by Monokuma to be the first killer. I do wonder, why didn't Baka check everybody's handwriting? Like, make them write down their names on lists and pretend it's important to keep count of everybody, and then check the writing with the letter. Huh. That's a decent idea. But I suppose it is fairly easy to disguise your handwriting. You just need to make it better or worse than it is normally. I mean, handwriting isn't a failsafe, you know, it's not. Your handwriting can change easily. Just switching from cursive to non-cursive will change your handwriting. Easy.
That was my only motivation.
But again, you're not the one who did it.
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
I have a problem.
Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
Yep.
How should I put this?
He isn't the killer.
Is Nagito really the killer?
Nope.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Jeez. Somebody needs to spank that brat.
I'm sorry.
If there's ever a brat that needs spanking,
for now,
it's her.
Might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable.
Thank you for your
I
cooperation,
won't allow this
Gundam.
to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Look, Kyoko, you jailbait. Okay. So it's Mikan's autopsy results. Easy.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Oh, everybody's interrupting her?
He has already confessed.
Yeah, I can't shoot them.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife you hid.
Incorrect.
No, that's wrong.
And I don't like seeing you guys bullying her. So, I'm putting a stop to this right now.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
Indeed.
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
Well, just let her talk. Exactly.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Jeez, Hiko. Tone it down a couple of pegs.
Whorehouse? Hey,
What the hell?
why are you threatening
He
her?
didn't let her talk either.
Is this what
I'm
you're
letting
trying
her
to
talk
say,
right now.
Nikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon.
Also, shut up,
we can't
Firewall.
assume
Nobody
that
has
I'm the
to.
What are you saying? No one else can be the
I am
killer.
only
It
joking,
has
just to be
you.
absolutely certain that
Hey,
you're aware of that.
don't blame me. Nikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Yaki is so
knows?
bloody clever.
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout?
Ibuki's trying to use her brain
Cross
cell.
your eyes like this? It gives you double vision.
Oh no, her hamster fell off the wheel. Will somebody please put Ibuki's hamster back on the wheel, please? Anybody? Gundam, you can do that, can't you? But for you, Hiko, you have no people here to accuse our asses. Why are you acting so threatening? Good point.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
His life is at stake. Oh, jeez. Did Gundam just steal all of these people's hamsters and they just left the wheels completely empty? Like, what the hell is going on here? Literally none of you actually understand what's going on except for Soda. Christ.
Nobody can see in the dark. No matter how
Can
hard
it be
you
like
think
steak?
about it.
Where?
The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight? No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. What happened in the dark? Bloodstain. Night vision goggles is kind of the obvious one, but I don't see how that would help. Ibuki's account. Oh, Ibuki's account. Yes.
I can prove it with this.
I trying to stream at the perfect time.
Even if we couldn't see
Hey,
what
welcome back,
happened in the
Samsung. Welcome
sure
back,
someone
Smart
could've
Fridge.
Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
For reals? Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Hmm.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here?
The moment the gamer in the room outshines everybody in logic because she played detective games. Hell yeah, boy.
This is...
Activate Smart Fridge.
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
If your Smart
guys?
Fridge isn't already activated,
Where are
then
you?
I think your Smart Fridge may be broken.
Wasn't the
Or you don't know
blackout
how fridges
just
work.
in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate
Smart
musician.
Fridge
It's a
ain't
good
that
thing
smart
your
if it's
ears
not
are
on
awesome
already.
because your face,
Yep.
style, figure, and personality totally suck.
To be fair, her style is pretty great.
You cut me deep with your knife of truth.
I like her style.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Baka stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's...
Yeah.
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually. Now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
No, he's just your average everyday psychopath.
The idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
Huh.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so
You big
much
brained this entire part of the trial.
But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Well, not really circles, more like a spiral. I love Ibuki's style and her confidence. Yeah. She's funny, and she's fun. I do love her style. Yeah. She is a couple of hamsters sort of petting zoo. Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? Still round and round. No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Baka's killer by any means possible. You spin my head, because if we don't, we will die here. And that's a suspension on the class trial.
Well now.
And the class trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. $10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
Continue on. B. Guess the Killer challenge. Huh. Huh. Interesting. I wonder. I doubt it would melt the save file. But who do I think is the killer now? Teru would have access to the save state. Okay. What? I'm the killer, clearly. It's your killer's name here. They are the killer, yeah. Teru has access to the or had access to the skewers. Who else? Who else? Who else? It could be the swordswoman lady. But where would she have gotten the skewers? Yeah, it has to be Teru, doesn't it? Soldier Boy is the killer. Who do I think it is? I mean, I think Teru. I think it kind of has to be Teru, doesn't it? It's not the mechanic. It's not. It could potentially be Chiaki, actually. It could be Chiaki. But no. Chiaki and Fuyuhiko, the Yakuza guy, they acted as each other's witnesses, more or less. If Chiaki was the killer, then she would have been elsewhere, waiting for her opportunity. Teru came in late. Can I? I can. See, there's another thing that's annoying me as well, which is fire door. Teru couldn't use it during the blackout. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. Imagine the gamer being the killer. Yeah, that definitely would never happen. Games never make people violent. Which is actually true. Games never make people violent. Kitchen equipment list. All the dangerous equipment that could be a potential weapon. Apparently there's an iron plate for barbecue and a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Why is that relevant? Video games cause violent behavior. Yeah. Fire door. We're the only ones who ate them. Actually, hang on a second. I just thought of something. Where is she? What's up with you? Like working hard. The ultimate gymnast. If and it won't work. Yeah, it absolutely won't work. Only an idiot would think that video games cause violence. Or someone who's literally never played Super Mario Bros. In their entire life, in which case they are an idiot anyway. Let me see. What if the food was in fact poisoned by Teru, but Akane just fought through it? Like, what if it had no effect on her for some reason? Working hard. She's the ultimate gymnast. She likes meat. She loves to eat. What if her metabolism is just so fast that she literally burned right through it in no time? This is funny. Check Akane's chest size and Gundam's chest size in the report card. Okay. Chest 37 inches and Gundam 37 inches. Well, yeah, but like you have to remember that. Well, 5'9" and 5'7". Okay, well, he's only 2 inches taller, but like chest size is also like is also muscle and stuff. So I guess Akane didn't skip calling that. So what if Teru did in fact? What if his idea was to poison everybody and then use the skewer to kill someone while everybody was panicking and stuff? Who else could it be? So it's not him, we know that. It's obviously not him. It couldn't have been Gundam. It couldn't have been him. Likes Coke. Well, that explains a thing or two. Did I make that joke last time? I think I did. But anyway. Teru. I don't think it's Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko wouldn't have had access to the skewer. Kazuichi is too much of a carrot to kill anyone. Which one's Kazuichi? Oh, him. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Kazuichi soda. And he likes Coke. Seriously? Okay. Yeah, I have to say Teru, honestly. And if this is wrong, then and the game destroys my save file, then that'll be it for this stream. And I'll go and get to this point on my own time. Why not? Okay, let's. It's been a 3-hour stream already, anyway, so it's about time I'd usually wrap up. Okay, I think Teru is the only one who has the chance of doing it. So yeah. Oh, there's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
Oh.
You're so evil.
Well, that's just disappointing. Okay, well, I'm going to put a cut in this video for YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all that stuff. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time for the continuation of the trial.